Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to make an inexpensive tiller extension arm for your outboard motor or even your trolling motor. Now I used it out of spare parts that I had around the house, but you can also make it out of one single piece of PVC pipe along with a hose clamp. That being said, let's go ahead and get started. These are some of the parts I'm going to be using in this project. Now this is a leftover extension clamp that goes onto a trolling motor handle, and I use the other pieces for another project. So as you can see here, it will clamp on to the tiller arm of the outboard, and I've just got this stainless steel bolt and wing nut to attach it. And then also here on these ears, I drilled them through to accept a 1/4 by 20 bolt. And then here's the other 1/4 by 20 bolts with the wing nuts that I'm going to be using. And then I'm also going to be using this leftover trolling motor handle and this piece of 1-inch diameter PVC pipe in a 2-foot length. And what I did was, to assemble all these things, I heated up 3 inches of the section of the pipe and then jammed the trolling motor handle into it to hold it tight. Then I drilled a hole straight through, and I'll insert one of the bolts with the wing nuts just to make sure that it's attached. And then this right here, I did the same thing, and that's going to line up with this, and I'll put a bolt and wing nut through there to assemble the whole thing. This is what it looks like when it's all assembled. There's the trolling motor end that you're going to actually hold while you're sitting in your seat to control the outboard motor. There's the one bolt that goes all the way through to lock it in place. Further on down the PVC pipe, you have your second bolt, and you have your clamping device that will attach to the tiller throttle handle itself. The only thing now it's going to need is a little bit of paint. This is the finished product after it's been painted and installed. There's the connection to the throttle and the extension tube and the end piece with the rubber grip handle. And you look back here to the throttle. It controls the throttle, and it also turns the outboard. These are the parts I'm going to be using for the alternative method of lengthening the tiller control arm. And what I have here is a 1 1/4 inch in diameter piece of PVC pipe. Now the handle itself on the outboard motor is about 1.5 inches in diameter by about 4 inches in length. So this pipe is going to need to slide about 4 inches over the handle to make this fit right. So I've made my mark there. And on the opposite end, I have this cap that I'll just put on there, and then you can wrap this area with either foam or electrical tape just for a better grip, and then paint it. Now, to make this slide over the handle, I'm going to take a heat gun and heat this area, and even a little above the line, and then place it on top of a 1.5 or 1.5 inch diameter pole. And then I'm going to press down when this becomes very soft. And what that'll do is stretch out this inner diameter from 1 1/4 to 1.5, where it will slide over the handle. And then once that's done, I'm going to put a little slit and cut out about 1/8 of an inch all the way up here. And then what that will allow me to do is slide a hose clamp over this and then squeeze it together, which will tighten on the handle to make sure that it doesn't move. This is the handle end of the PVC pipe after it's been heat treated, stretched, and had the notch cut in it. Now, because the handle on my outboard motor has rubber on it, I had to make this bigger from the initial 1/8 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch so it would slide over the rubber, because the rubber grabbed a little too hard on it. So now that I have this, you can see where it's bowed out a little bit here, making it a little bit bigger. I'm going to slide it on the end of the tiller arm with the hose clamp. I've attached the PVC extension to the throttle handle, and you can see here that I have the hose clamp, and here's the original gap in the PVC, and as I tighten the hose clamp, you can see that the pieces came together, giving it a tight fit. Now, I would suggest using 2 hose clamps, but unfortunately this is the only one I had that was the right diameter. So you can see it will turn the throttle, and it will move the motor. Another option is that you can always remove this rubber hand grip from your throttle if you wanted to, but I wanted to leave it stock. So that's it. If you have any questions, please leave them for me in the comments. Thank you.